So I've been throwing around this word stability, stability, stability. And then the oil reserve levels come out in the U.S. and it kills oil. It doesn't kill oil at all. It bumps oil down like a 3% drop, 2% drop, whatever it was, maybe. Doing the numbers. Anyways, oil dropped quite a bit because the oil glut in the U.S. seems to be persisting. The amount of reserves and storage of oil has not come down based on the output levels and stuff. But we're sitting now at a level. We'll see what happens this week. I just hear the Conference Board of Canada put out a report saying that they believe the oil companies will be unprofitable or lose a little bit of money for the first couple quarters here at the start of the year and then improve at the end of the year. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll tell you still, from last year at this time when we're sitting at $31 a barrel to be at 48 is a big improvement. And we're
still good.
Yeah, and we're still seeing we're still seeing the market and the confidence in the market move quite a bit. So yeah.
So moving on to the Canadian dollar. So I was listening to the news again this morning, and they keep referencing the 225,000 jobs that were created in the U.S. last month. And based on that specific number, there was always some buzz about interest rates rising in the U.S. this week, and that number is very significant in that. So, Lindsey, like we were talking about a few days ago, that means that their dollar is going to get stronger, our dollar is going to get a little bit weaker off of that. So I think we probably are going to see that. And one of the other things that's really interesting is I was doing a little bit more reading this morning, and it blows my mind that this is even the case. But consumer confidence from a business standpoint and investment standpoint in the U.S. is up with Trump.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because
yeah.
I keep thinking, from an international standpoint, I feel like the U.S. could be bombed at any second, right? Like you just never know. So it's nuts to me, but they do think that within the next 2 months, the dollar is going to get even stronger because from an economic standpoint, people are very confident in Donald's ability to continue to add so many jobs to the marketplace on an increasing ability. So we might see this Canadian dollar number keep going down.
Yeah. It's a very reactive. Plus, price of commodities determines the strength of the dollar so much because we're so resource dependent up in Canada. So so keep an eye on that. But I'll tell you guys, anybody who has been waiting in the marketplace is now in a position with the springtime to make a move. And so we're starting to see that. And this time last year, the confidence level, it's night and day out there. So that is absolutely outstanding overall, even though we're going to continue to see these short-term blips. As for the number of listings in the market, we're seeing numbers rise slightly, which is totally predictable for this time of the year. We're sitting at $4,900 or 4,900 listings in Calgary. That's up 177. And Red Deer up as well, almost 10%, up from 506, up 49 to 555.
Great. As far as absorption rates go, we are in a balanced marketplace. So we're sitting at 3.04 for total inventory. Single-family homes 2.12, so that's seller's market, and condos 4.9. And that condo number keeps getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now that we're sub 5,
yeah,
that's a huge improvement. And again, balanced 2.5 to 4 markets, which I wanted to say. I heard the radio ad last night driving.
Good.
CIR's market report talking about months of inventory and the balanced markets. And so on the ad, we said, sitting at 2.6 for single-family homes, and we expect that to be in a seller's market within a couple days. And lo and behold, here we are. So,
well,
seller's
I was
market.
at we were at our top producer dinner on Thursday, and I was sitting next to one of the realtors there, and she actually brought up to me that real estate report, and loved it, heard it, didn't really know we were doing it, and she said that she actually had a client bring up to her the fact that they heard that the market was and referenced the radio ad.
Perfect.
And she's like, and that's going to lead to a sale, which is great. So love it when advertising works.
For areas around Calgary, wanted to take a look at those numbers. Okotoks, slightly up, 4.85 months of inventory. Cochrane, same position, 4.86. Sundre, actually quite stable, sitting at 17.67. Airdrie, 3.41. And Strathmore, 7.33. And a big shout out to Red Deer, up a bit here, 6.31. I'm not worried about it. We should see some improvements happen over the next month or so here. But Red Deer, they had a big home and garden show this past weekend, and they did an awesome job. And our Red Deer office is destroying the market. I don't have the graphic here. I should show it next week.
Yeah.
Show how much the CIR office beat the marketplace. They're up like 27%. I think these are the numbers. Dorian's going to shoot me. I apologize, Dorian. They're up like 27%, and Kara was down like 10% or something.
Well,
so
if you look at the graph, basically as a visual, because they can't see it, there's two bars. The CIR bar is massive and goes all the way to the top, and the Kara bar is barely noticeable and all the way at the bottom. It is the best graph.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
As for the benchmark price in the CREB marketplace, we're sitting at $438,100, so which is up slightly from last month, and we should continue to see some improvements this year.